All right. So, brothers and sisters, today I'm joined by the community's favorite Italian, our current reigning world champion for Master Duel, Nesh. I'm super happy to talk with you today. I know, like I told you before when we were just chatting, I know you're very opinionated, so I want your take
Right.
on everything that's going on in the format and everything else. But also, before we get started, I also want to say congratulations on your incredible success at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel World Championship. I was
Let's
just
go.
hyped for my fellow Europeans. I'm not biased at all. I'm super
No
happy for
bias
you
at
guys.
all.
No bias, not
Nah.
biased at all. But that's just an amazing, amazing accomplishment, and I was very, very happy for you. I guess we're gonna talk about Worlds, but before that, what's your take basically on the format right now?
I like branded Dracotail, like actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think branded complements Dracotail in a way that like gives it more starters, more pushes.
Mm-hmm.
And also the quick spell branded,
Yeah.
I think it's custom. The card is
It's
extremely good in branded
crazy.
Dracotail.
It is very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I want to talk to you about Branded as well because I know you like it. I know you played it. I know you were hyped to see Branded support. So,
Extremely high.
yeah,
Extremely high.
that's
I'm a
Falcard.
huge
It's
branded fan.
amazing. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually did test the branded deck list. I mean, when I was going first against Mitsuyami,
Mm-hmm.
I was winning. When I was going second against Mitsuyami, I also had a lot of like I was struggling a lot
Yeah.
because the issue is that one branded fusion now does not win you the game anymore, even if it resolves and your opponent has no interruption. Because from one branded fusion you cannot always set up an OTK, especially if your opponent has monsters on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And you should rely on your follow-up to do the job, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
should rely on overwhelming your opponent with follow-up. The
Mm-hmm.
main concern that I have is the fact that you discarded in your turn one with the Murakumo. Then your opponent is gonna start with the prayers and with the surprise. And if the first action is prayer summon Murakumo effect to nuke, like you can understand how this gets extremely hard
Mm-hmm.
because now you have to discard again with the Murakumo. Murakumo is gonna nuke your board, and now you have to out again the Murakumo, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's, in my opinion, the follow-up of Branded is not better than Yamimitsu. Branded, in my opinion, was extremely good, like in the format prior this one,
Mm-hmm.
because the follow-up of Branded was the best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't think it is the best in the game anymore. I think Yami has the best follow-up.
Yummy particularly, not
Yami
anything
as an
else.
engine.
Okay.
Yami as an engine has the best follow. The Mitsu follow-up, it's not an infinite rotation.
Mm-hmm.
While the Yami follow-up, it does create an infinite rotation.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to elaborate, I guess, a bit on this in case anyone is
All right.
wondering how you're supposed to achieve that?
The Yami Mitsu follow-up.
Yeah.
All right. So the standard end board of a Yami Mitsu deck is IP, Lollipo,
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, Prayers, Futsu on the field, Murakumo in the graveyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Herald on the field as
Yes.
well. All right. Now, you tribute Herald. Herald is gonna give you a Bakiri in hand.
Mm-hmm.
The Prayers and Futsu are still on the field, by the way. If my opponent even activates Dark Ruler, it doesn't really matter at that point. Because I have already Futsu on the field and I have Prayers set. And I
Mm-hmm.
have Surprise that can reborn the Synchro Yami way from the graveyard.
Yep.
So let's assume we are in a situation in which my opponent actually breaks my board, right? And I have to surprise someone back. I will get a draw with Yami Capsi. I will banish one card from my opponent graveyard with Lollipo. I will pop a monster with the cookie. I will add two with the Yami Way Capsi when I get to summon it back in a rotation. And I will add the back surprise because I will special summon Marshmallow and I will add back surprise. So I
Mm-hmm.
will have surprise in my hand. The prayers is gonna tribute the Murakumo. You're gonna Futsu is gonna be Link 1 Futsu is gonna be Link 2 Mirror. You're gonna shuffle back the mirror so you always have a live Mitsurugi target in your deck to search with. And then you can special summon back the Futsu. The Futsu will get the rotation, the Murakumo. and the Futsu will actually add a copy of prayers for your next turn. So you're gonna restart your turn with prayers, surprise, and your opponent has to play through 10 interruptions. But the issue is that the follow-up is so strong that I don't think Branded can compete. Because one prayers that summons a Futsu or a Murakumo, depending on how you set it up your end board, before passing, it's extremely strong. It's extremely strong. Like I can actually just start surprise. If I start surprise summon a synchro from my graveyard, what do we do?
I mean, admit defeat, I guess. It's too hard. It's literally too
you
hard.
You can never play in that situation. If
True.
I start with surprise summon a synchro, you cannot play.
That is
because
true.
The moment you play, I start tagging out. If I start tagging out, I will get so much value that only from one surprise I can out your entire board.
No, it's true. And especially with the new time rules, you're not incentivized to try to play. So as soon as you see that the writing is on the wall, like you're just supposed to be scooping, as sad as that is. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And with Branded, I think you're able to compete with like Mitsu or something if you're able to establish more resources. But
I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can beat Mitsu. I think you can beat even Yami Pure, because the Yami Pure push, even though if it's only surprise, it's fine. But if there is something else, no, it's not fine. Like if there is another engine, then it's not fine. I think you can actually compete with like the Yami Pure deck, because the Yami Pure deck does have a weakness against breakers. And you can also compete against Mitsu Pure, because you can actually cut them off the follow-up if you establish your play properly. Like you can also use a Devours to shuffle back the Kusanagi in his deck, so he has only one level 4. Like you can do a lot of stuff, right? Or you can banish the Murakumo, you can banish double, like both of his Murakumo, you can banish the Kusanagi on his board when he summons it back off prayer. So like he will never have an infinite rotation anymore, because it's not an infinite rotation, it's always a 4-turn rotation. But like if you banish the Kusanagi, they cannot back anymore in rotation, like they cannot add any more stuff back. So like in my opinion, the trick against like pure myths, you just banish the Kusanagi and then you slowly grind them out, because they actually cannot kill you. You set up like an opening in the graveyard, and every turn you are gonna like recycle an opening using Albion. So you get in rotation the openings, they can never nuke your board, and it will always push.
Exactly.
Your push will always be better than them. So
being able to protect from Murakumo, I think, is super valuable in this particular format right now with Branded. Like, just having that extra protection matters a lot, because Murakumo is a threat on its own. But what do you think about the other decks in the meta? For example, K9 is a deck that was obviously a threat to happen, like a threat waiting to happen.
Yeah, like the issue right now is Spell Cancel again. Like those cards, like, but Spell Cancel is actually harder to out than any other Floodgate, because usually the way you out a Floodgate is with a spell.
Right.
Like you don't want to really commit your monster line.
Right.
So yeah, Spell Cancel is actually insanely toxic, and it was meta for the Spell Canceller.
Spell Canceller is always randomly meta. Yeah.
In the past as well.
Yes, it was.
It was meta in the past as well.
It was.
Because they forget to address a card. Then it becomes toxic again. Like it stops being good, so like people actually forget about it. Then it comes back again.
Yes. And it just keeps happening.
It's the same happened with the Dweller. Are they gonna take 3-4 years to address those cards? Like it doesn't require a genius to say, yes, it's not good this format. It was good in the previous format, right? Now we have an excuse to ban this card. Let's ban it. Let's ban it. Let's get rid of it. Let's kick it in the it's all
I know. A lot of cards are like that, but I do hope that since they did release this emergency ban list, that this is going to be a pattern that just keeps happening. Whenever they see some issues, they might actually address them ASAP, because they are trying to bring more people into the game. They're trying to make us happy. At least that's what it seems like, with Genesis, with everything they're doing. I do think we're moving in a good direction. So
I think the direction is good too.
yeah.
I'm actually loving the bundles that are coming out recently.
Mm-hmm.
The set, like the branded structure deck. Who would have ever expected to have like such a bless?
It's a great product. It's an
It's a
absolutely incredible
great
product.
product. Someone that starts playing the game can literally just buy three branded structure
Yeah.
that you have a very decent deck to
Mm-hmm.
start to play competitively.
Yes.
Competitively.
Yeah. That's
I
almost
never heard of something
unprecedented.
like that.
Everything is in the structure deck, but that never happens. They always leave something out. And yes, everyone's gonna
Bro,
say Sanctifier, but
nah, yeah.
it's fine. It's okay. You can
Yeah.
play without it.
Like, look at the previous structure deck. Like, we literally have fucking Dark Hole. Like, the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Dark Hole, Mask of Restrict. Like, come on, man. Like, are we serious? Like, like we playing the same game right now. Like, you give me fucking Dark Hole.
No,
Like,
I think they're
yeah.
moving in a very, very good direction with all of the
Very good
products.
direction.
Yeah.
Very
And the
extremely
5D's duelists decks with all the reprints and stuff, with the Charmies and everything, that's also just great. And I think it's so important for the game to be more accessible to new players. And with the Genesis as well, I want to emphasize that it becomes more accessible for new players because there's less mechanics involved. So if you're trying to get into the game, you're trying to play in person, not maybe get into Master Duel for whatever reason. Maybe that reason is Max C, maybe it's not, I don't know. But if you're trying to play the game, you can play Genesis. And I think that's absolutely incredible, honestly.
Something about like the previous Genesis ban list. I did not really want to address that because there are some huge concern that I have about the Genesis ban list. Also, like the way that they explain the stuff.
So what do you think? I mean, I'm
Like,
giving you a platform right now, please.
you're giving me a
Go
platform.
on a rant. I mean, my camera battery is slowly dying, so I'm not giving you a huge platform, but go off. Go off. I will tell you when it's time to stop. But please, if there's anything,
So you know, like, so you know the reason. Like, did you read the article about the reason behind the ban of like the
I
increase of the
skimmed through
point?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they basically said that if we want to see some cards increasing their point, you should play and win events with those, right? So that means that they want to create a money loop from the Genesis format, because if a deck wins, they will just increase the point of that deck.
Yep.
So if you want your deck to perform, you should not play like Genesis like regionals or stuff like that, or mini events, because otherwise they're gonna ban your deck.
It's crazy, actually, seeing that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how you're supposed to approach that. Are you supposed to just hope for the deck to never become popular enough? Or what happens, right?
I mean, just hide the deck until the moment is right.
Until it's too late. I guess that's the best course of action. But you did say you were enjoying Genesis, right? Overall.
I did. I actually, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I have to say that it's refreshing to study something new. Not playing it ultra competitively, just very casual.
But also overall, you've been playing very intensely because of your Master Duel prep. So I guess you deserve to play in a bit more of a, I guess, chill environment. And something I heard you say that I thought was very impressive and it stuck with me was the fact that you timed yourself for Master Duel Worlds.
Yeah, I did.
And I was like, that is absolutely crazy, because I know you kind of flexed on people. You were like, I can do that combo in such a short period of time. So yeah, I just think overall your testing, your prep, your work is very, very impressive.
Tell you why I did that. I'll tell you why I did that.
I mean,
we played the tribute with Herman and Luca. And I might have allegedly timed out with a Memento. And Herman got so mad at me. I was like, Nash, there is no way that you're gonna go to Worlds and you can time out. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna time out. I'm gonna combo as fast as possible. Like, if you look at the replays of Master Duel Worlds, it's like watching a replay. If you look at it like in real time.
Oh yeah, it's just like going super fast on DB. Yeah, like fast forward.
Yeah, no, like
Mm-hmm.
I was speedrunning that shit.
Yeah,
I
and
was speedrunning
Memento,
that
which
shit.
is such a complicated deck.
Yeah, no, I had to. I had to. I think I had to because like the loose condition that I had was only the time. I only went close to time one time, and it was when I took the Maxis challenge with Snake Eye
Mm-hmm.
because I opened all the engine. It did not end up well. 90% of the time is gonna end horribly, but that 10% of the time sometimes can give you a win that you were not supposed to get.
Plus, you can't have Herman screaming at you, right? So
I can't. I
you
can't.
just can't. But overall, how did your prep look like with your teammates for Worlds?
All right, we were doing 3v3. We're chilling in BC, talking about the list, testing several matchups. I think my biggest regret during testing was spending 200 bucks for shitless voice. That one
Ooh.
was that one was a huge hit. Then like I also spent 150 for I think it was Dinosaur. Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Sometimes
at
you
some
just
point
gotta take
without
that L, you know?
because we're like, yo, maybe Dino's gonna be good. So what do we think about like building Dinosaur with the Fire King? Maybe it's gonna be good.
Mm.
I was like, bro, there is no way that is gonna be good. But if you don't test, how do you know? All right, if it's not your pocket, you I'm blaming, right? All right,
Mm-hmm.
then I guess then I guess I'll test it. Yeah, it didn't work out very well. The
Mm.
other one we actually tested was the deck is the Pack brought towards, which was the Crystron Millennium.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing it with Kashtiras as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could normal summon Chaos Hunter, like we knew exactly that my second deck was supposed to counter Malice because I was player C and the player C was never gonna play against Malice, most likely.
Uh-huh.
So my second deck was supposed to counter Malice because I wouldn't know when I would get paired against Malice.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had Lancias, I had Chaos Hunter, so I had just to pick a deck that when it goes first can get those cards very easily in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And when it goes second, you have to just suck your opponent and have a strong engine that can play two boards. And Snake Eye was the one that, in my opinion, did it
Mm-hmm.
best because the Crystron deck, in my opinion, had some very huge flows into like going first and not like ending on Lance and Chaos Hunter, and you could actually lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what happened with the pack as well, right? Like he went first, he set up an entire board, but without Lance and Chaos Hunter, the deck sometimes might lose.
Mm-hmm.
But the Snake Eye deck, it doesn't matter if I open Lancia or Chaos Hunter, even though I have an insane bigger chance to get those cards in rotation because I can mill one of them with Zombie Vampire
Mm-hmm.
and I can draw one of them with Saruya.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna get access to 8 cards at the top of my deck after like like after adding cards from my deck, right? I'm gonna be down to 10 cards in my deck, and now I'm gonna see the top 8 cards in my deck, which means that my chances to see one of those cards is more than 90%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it ended up to be, in my opinion, the winning strategy. Because every time I was going first, I was always winning if I was seeing those cards or not. And when I was going second, I had an engine that was strong enough in order to OTK.
I am very glad you explained all of this right now because I do continuously notice how your prep is always very meticulous. It's always super focused on math.
Oh, I also
on...
tested branded.
Oh.
I love the branded testing.
Well, of course.
I don't know if you follow the Master Duel scene.
Not really, no.
Okay, there is only one player in Master Duel that plays branded. No, there are 2 players. One is from the OCG and one is from the TCG that play branded. One is Bedao, which is called like Players.
Uh-huh.
Player. His name is Player on Master Duel, and I think it's Bedao on Twitter.
Okay.
And the other guy is Abodamud.
Okay.
And I tested against the Abo for Words because he really wanted me to bring Branded, and I am a huge Branded fan, and I really wanted to pick Branded. I just felt that Memento was way better in Rising.
And do you think there was a situation where maybe you should have been playing Branded in a specific duel where you only had the option to play Memento, or were you happy with your choice?
I like the Memento. I'm actually happy with Memento because I felt that Memento was better into Rising going second, while Branded was struggling into Rising going second. And my first deck was supposed to beat Rising.
How did you decide which of you guys is supposed to be player A, B, and C?
Okay, Herman was the leader, so he has to be player A, no matter what. But Herman, okay, here is the thing, right? Herman started with testing Rising, so he was very comfortable with Rising. Then Luca was like, I don't want to play Rising, I want to play Malice.
Oh yeah, Luca always plays combo decks. Yeah.
Yeah. And Herman was fine with it. So naturally, we don't want to really put the Malice player as third, because if he goes third, right, and I have to play the dog deck, because we were calling the third player the dog. I was like, everyone was calling me the dog. And when someone was seeing me, it was like, yo, Nash, bark, and I was like, bow. Okay, anyways, I was the dog. So I was like, the dog as second player means that sometimes you're going to play against the Malice, because we were expecting Malice to be second or first. And I was playing Memento as first deck, so no, we don't want that to happen. We don't want me to get paired against Malice. And I was also the one that tested Memento the most. Now, there were a couple of choices. I could have brought Memento and Mermaid. I just didn't feel like playing two hard combo decks like that would help me.
Right.
And also I felt like Mermaid would brick a lot, because Mermaid was kind of bricky. So I just decided to go for a very safe pick that was like Memento. Memento has, like, you know that in Memento you cut actually engine in your deck just to make it a sort of 40 card deck list. But you have infinite engine if you want to play Memento to decide with. So I felt like it was the most consistent in the room.
Right.
While the Snake Eye had some brickness, but I felt like the raw power of the Snake Eye engine and the Kashtira could bring it at home sometimes. So that's how I felt. So I was basically bounded to be the third player because of my deck list.
That makes a lot of sense. And also, like I said before, I'm really glad you went a little deeper into these explanations, because...
Maybe I could have skipped the dog part, but yeah.
I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I edited out, maybe not. You won't know until the video gets released. No, but like I am glad, because it shows a lot of your thought process, you and your team's thought process. And I know you, like I said, to be someone very organized, someone that actually brought spreadsheets into Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember way back when you did virtual world spreadsheets, which was also a thing. So you guys, if you're still watching the video, because we are like half an hour in, there's a lot of knowledge here. And like I said before, Dinesh, this man, he's very organized. His testing is very... he does tend to yell, yes, but he helps you learn. I've tested a bunch with Nash, and I learned a lot by the way he thinks, by the way he...
Okay. Now don't say to people that I yelled at you. Otherwise I'm gonna get
I didn't say you yelled at me. I just said you...
I never yelled at you. You didn't. You didn't. All right.
You didn't. Sometimes I would just apologize to you because I just thought it was funny, and then you started feeling bad. I know you never yelled at me. You didn't. You do.
Otherwise, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and see people. Yo, Nash,
that's
like,
crazy.
Yells at woman. Like, he's such an horrible human being.
That's crazy. No, what you do is, I do like to tease you. You know that, but what you do is, and that's
fine.
So you guys, something Nash does that I think is very good is he always asks the question. He's like, why are you doing this particular thing? That's all he says. He's like, why? Explain it. And I started doing this whenever I make a decision in a game. I'm like, why? Like you did teach me that for real. Like I ask myself that question, and I think we should be doing that more, because you're trying to, if you answer the question with, I'm not really sure, I kind of just felt like it, or I don't really know, then it's probably not the best route. And maybe you're just supposed to go back into that replay
Then I'm
and
gonna yell
figure
at
out.
you if you say that. Like then I'm actually gonna yell if you say like
So if you say,
I
because you
felt
gotta
like
have a
now
reason.
we play Yu-Gi-Oh for vibes. Now we
Exactly.
play Yu-Gi-Oh for vibes.
See you guys. He's triggered
Oh,
already.
today
He's-
I feel like discarding Maxi and negating it with my own ash. Like yes, I'm doing it for vibes.
I mean, it's not that bad, but yeah, you gotta have a reason, and I think that's a very good piece of advice I received from you. So, you guys, I hope you learned a lot from listening to Nesh, because I think that's very, very important. Testing a lot, testing all of the decks in the meta, so you know how to disrupt them, so you know them in and out, and also trying to answer the question why with something that actually makes sense. So do you have any other quick tips for people before we end this video?
It's about
Just how to approach the gameplay in general, the way you do it, because also, I mean, you are a good deck builder and you are also a good technical player, so any kind of tips you could give to people how to get better, I guess.
I need to think about it. Okay, so first of all, in terms of ratios in your deck, I see a lot of people like missing the ratios
Okay.
of their deck list. I think they need to understand when a deck needs certain ratios and when not. It's a thing that many people do not discuss because it gets kind of intricate. Like it's kind of tricky at some point on how to decide the amount of ratios or amount of engine. Now, I'll give you a quick example, right? Like in the Yamamitsu deck, you see many people being on 8 names, and then there are 10 Mitsu cards, 10 starters in Mitsu cards, like 3 prayers, 3 Abakiri, 3 pre-prep, and 1 Aramasa that are basically starters. And it's a total of 18 starters. Now, on 18 starters, if you know the math of a deck that requires, in my opinion, needs at least a 90% in terms of consistency. 92 is perfect. 90% is the bare minimum. In order to have a consistent deck for 15 rounds, 14 rounds, you will understand when you can move or when you cannot move above 40. I think that's a thing that people do not discuss a lot because they always say like normal stuff, right? Like test with your friend, test a lot. Yes, those are good advices. Don't get me wrong. You will need to test a lot. You will need to understand certain things and certain interaction. But I also think like during deck building, which is something that I saw many people doing, they do not count the amount of starters. Like you can literally Google Yu-Gi-Oh! Probability calculator in order to give you like the hypergeometrical calculation of your ratios in your deck, which it's not complicated as it sounds. You just put the fucking numbers on the screen. Like 40 card, like it literally gonna ask you how many cards in your deck, how many cards in your hand, and the amount of starters, and you can calculate if you're gonna be above or under 90%. I think you should always be above 90% if you want to have a performing deck list. Otherwise, if you break, that's on you.
Wow, that is the perfect outro for this video. You guys, math is everything. Nesh, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I swear I always learn something new from every single conversation you and I have, and I hope you guys also picked up a lot of information. So thank you very, very much for joining me today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, you guys like the video if you enjoyed it, and let us know in the comments what you thought of it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!